This is Bill, BBQ Bill, and as you can see, he's a little chubby and he loves to eat cheeseburgers, and he has since he was very young. He's a very good cook and has perfected how to make a cheeseburger. He always has his dog to barbecue with. His name is Buddy. Barbecue Buddy. Buddy and Bill live in a small town called Burgerville. They've lived there for 11 years, and if you haven't guessed, everyone makes burgers. And yearly the town has a huge competition making burgers. Bill and Buddy make some bomb burgers, and they're competition champs for 9 years now. That's how he got his name of Barbecue Bill. Bill used to actually be a very skinny guy, but burgers changed his life. Bill's job is a head chef at a local restaurant that everyone loves him and all of his food. He's easy to get along with and people love him. Although there is one person that doesn't have much love for Bill. His name is Hamburger Humphrey. He lives right next to Bill, and Humphrey has a little cat named Henry. Humphrey have lived in Burgerville much longer than Bill has. Everyone used to love Humphrey, although everyone forgot about him ever since Bill's arrival and had those tastes for those burgers people were in love with. Humphrey has put up for it for long enough, and he can't figure out Bill's secrets. Humphrey has grown in raging jealousy over the last 9 years. The competition's on May 16th every year, and it's coming up fast. Humphrey was determined to win, and he's tried for the last 8 years, but he can't find the secret ingredient that Bill uses. He's tried countless recipes, and it just doesn't taste the same as Bill's. He's gonna find out the secret ingredient this year, but he didn't have a plan. He brainstormed this for over a month to play the perfect plan. Humphrey followed Bill everywhere without being seen to see what he buys and where he gets his stuff. Although Bill never went to a store to get burger supplies, so where did it come from? He has shipments coming from a regular place for his restaurant, but his competition burgers taste a lot better than normal burgers. But Humphrey never gave up. The only other thing that Humphrey could think of was looking over Bill's fence. Bill had a very tall fence, and it was all around his house, so he needed to figure a way to look over it. Although he didn't have anything at his house that was big enough to look out over. Humphrey went on a shopping trip, and although he wasn't the best builder, it took him a very long time to build something that was like a scaffolding. Although it kept falling apart and he'd hurt himself countless times and questioned if it was even worth the competition, but he missed the attention from everyone. Right when Humphrey was giving up, his cat Henry gave him a very good idea. While Humphrey's too big to climb up there, Henry's a great climber and he can jump very, very high. Henry is also much lighter, so it won't take near as much and only essentially needed a ramp for the little guy. They were very proud of this idea and were sure it would work. Humphrey sent Henry over the fence with a camera strapped to his back and called him back after a few minutes. Humphrey was so excited to figure out what the secret finally was. Humphrey then took off Henry's camera and started looking at the files on it and was terrified of what he saw. He freaked out but couldn't be caught spying, so he immediately ran to his car to report it to the Burgerville cops. At this point, the competition was in 2 weeks and no one knew if it was. Hamburger Humphrey looked at the files and found out Barbecue Bill's secret ingredient was actually Buddy. The cops came and arrested Barbecue Bill, and the cops also weren't sure if they should tell the community about it, considering they're eating dog meat. Telling everyone would probably ruin the whole town, and the town knew something was going on, so the cops had to figure out what to tell everyone. It was going to be hard to figure out why everyone's favorite Barbecue Bill was arrested. There was 1 more week until the competition, and at this point, as far as everyone knew, it was still going on. Hamburger Humphrey was changed, but he didn't give up because he was still fighting. He was determined to win still. He made his absolute best hamburger that he could, and the day of the competition, everything was normal. The town didn't know, other than Hamburger Humphrey ended up getting first place at the competition, but a day after the town had a meeting and revealed why Bill was arrested. Everybody was shocked and terrified. People started going crazy and started to march to Barbecue Bill's house. His house was crowded within seconds, chanting from the whole town, and it was like someone lit Barbecue Bill's house and burned down the whole thing, and protested that he should stay in prison for life. Some people got arrested for their actions. For the most part, they let it go. The whole town was upset about the whole situation, and the authorities couldn't do much about it. The judge for Barbecue Bill's trial was a fan favorite for Barbecue Bill's burgers. She was very upset over Bill's actions and ruined burgers for everybody. She ruled that Barbecue Bill should stay in prison for 40 years and can never cook for anyone again and can never have a pet. He'll lose privileges once he's out of jail and will most likely have to leave the town altogether. The town was appreciative over these circumstances, although the town will never be the same again. There was no more competition ever again, and years later, people forgot and people were happy again. Many missed the competition, but it takes one person to run everything for everybody.